For the evening, Mr. Tom Metcalf.
You'd like to forgive my technology here? This is serves many purposes. I can tune into the NFL draft. But this is a great day, isn't it? Great day. The bride is absolutely stunning. The groom didn't faint during the ceremony. So, I'm in sales and, I'm going to these big meetings all the time. My wife's, she's terrified of public speaking, so she's always asking me before I go in, "Are you nervous?" No, I'm not nervous. Because I figure I'm the expert in the room. I'm going in, I'm talking, and I'm the only one that knows what I'm going to say, so if I mess up, nobody else knows, except for me. So it's just like today. So if I mess up my speech, none of you will know. So, so how can I go wrong? If I get emotional, and I shed a few tears. See, I got you. I heard some moans. So you all get warm and fuzzy with me. So, and if I make you laugh, even better. So hopefully we'll have a little both over the next couple minutes. So, Sarah, it has been awesome to see you over the last couple days, and the poise, the composure. I'm so grateful for all that you brought into Andy's life, and I just to see you and to know you today as a sister-in-law, and to see all these qualities in you, and how you were just so calm under pressure. And I know these things will serve you really well as you deal with a guy that maybe sometimes isn't so cool under pressure. I see the joy and the love that you bring into his life, and it's been a joy for me to see. I think many of us have seen, we've definitely heard about it nonstop on Facebook, but I realize that not everybody has Facebook, so not everybody's on Facebook. So this, so bear with me with a little Andy Konieczki poetry on Facebook. So I'm just chilling with my little buddy, watching some cartoons. This is what it's all about. Looking forward to tomorrow for many reasons. This is August 19th. So pretty cryptic there. But the next post is, "Great day yesterday. Got to see my baby sis get married and got to spend the rest of the evening with some great company. Best night I've had out in a while." So this is just a couple weeks later. Life is great. I don't know about giving up, but I met the most amazing woman, short of my mom. She is a wonderful mother, daughter, sister, and friend. She makes me want to be a better man, father, employee. She is wonderful to my son and adores him. And good Lord, she is gorgeous. Kind of out of my league. My man prettiness only gets me so far. So, oh yeah. It's really nice to have someone to get so excited about. Like when you get an unexpected call in the morning just to tell you that they're thinking about you. Or when you get the nicest, sweetest text late at night so you can call and you can talk all night without realizing how much time has gone by. Oh, good stuff. Wait, a little more. All right, and I need my wife to pay attention to this one because this one is very near and dear to my heart. Okay, so I had an incredible weekend. I couldn't ask for a better girl. She not only watched the football game with me when I wanted, she reminded me when it was on. And was happy for me when Michigan put me on a roller coaster of emotions. And won in dramatic fashion.
Roller coaster of emotions.
It's really nice to have somebody to love you the same way that you love them, through thick and thin, ups and downs, unconditional. It took long enough, but thank God. I can't wait to see her tomorrow again. And it goes on like this. I mean, we've got November and these things. And this one I think is, I'm going to read, go ahead and read it. It's November 18th, 2011. I took a walk with Sara Robrand through downtown Grand Rapids, and we stopped at the bridge behind the Amway. And I asked her if she would allow me to marry her. Happy to say that she agreed. We'd have went a totally different direction. Otherwise, I love her with all my heart. She's perfect. Never been happier. Now we got a little Sara Robrand. We got a Sara Prost here. Okay, so thank you so much for the most amazing night of my life. It was perfect. I love you with all my heart, forever and ever. And then those of you that are friends with Andy, the countdown began on December 9th. December 9th, the countdown. Mercifully, that is now ended. Okay, countdown's over. You clap. I need to clap for that. You know, and these things go on. I could read them. I could read more. I mean, right up to his post this morning. You know, about how much he's blessed. She said, Sara says yes. She wants me to read this one. Okay. Actually, I'll back up one. So I'm not sure what I did to deserve it, but God has truly blessed me. I'm marrying the woman of my dreams, one of my best friends. Our boys are incredible, so sweet and full of love and life, friends, family that nobody would envy. Rightly so. It shows you no matter how bad things seem, it could all change in the blink of an eye. And this morning, we made it. Had a great time at the rehearsal dinner last night, and I apologize for the countdown. Apologize. Yeah, good. I can start to heal now myself. But I had a really rough few years, and I'd given up on love. I have so much to give and just didn't believe that someone would ever love me. For me. I wouldn't put myself through that pain again, but it all changed with one look. All my anxiety, depression, and heartache left me at first sight. Sara becomes a Konieczki today. She's perfect for me every day. Thank you all for your love and support. Jessica Lynn and Jason Miller for introducing them. So, I got to transition. So, you know, I joke about the Facebook posts, and but it really has been. It's great for me to see. I'm sure it's great for a lot of us to see this hope and happiness and love that Sara's brought into your life. And I know that God has used her to bring healing and to rescue you from a time when you didn't feel much hope or happiness or love. And that's an awesome blessing. Jesus said that out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And in Proverbs it says, from the fruit of a man's lips he will be filled. So keep those posts up. I know that your loyalty, your tenderheartedness, and your affection for Sara will be great assets as you two as you bond together as husband and wife. I'm halfway through. No, I'm just kidding. And Sara, I apologize up front for the family faults and idiosyncrasies that Andy has inherited from us. I know the qualities that I discussed earlier, your poise, your level-headedness, your quiet strength, and your confidence will help you overcome these quirks. For instance, you will definitely need to be the account / money manager of the family. Unfortunately, my grandpa couldn't make the trip today, but when we were younger, I think I was like 14 or so, and he was around 6, and my grandpa would always give us money when he'd see us, and all he had on him that day was a $10 bill. I had a $5 bill in my wallet. I said, so I'll give Andy my $5 and I'll take the 10. Andy swore up and down that was not fair. I said, I would have a 10, he would only have a 5. We explained it over and over, listen, I'm giving you my 5, so I no longer have that 5, now you... didn't matter, he swore up and down, he said, one of these days you guys will be like, oh, Andy was right all along. And Sara, you'll need to make any instructions that you give him will need to be very precise and specific, okay? Because I recall a story of lumber being loaded into the back of a truck, Okay, and you know, everybody's getting in the truck, we're gonna drive away, and it became obvious that the lumber was not very secure back there. So, Andy, go hold that lumber down. Get in the back of the truck, hold the lumber down. He walks to the back of the truck. He puts his, standing in the parking lot, wraps his arms around the wood, and waits for the truck to move. So, it wasn't that long of a trip, but I still don't think it would have worked out very well. Yeah, I spoke last night at the rehearsal dinner about my earliest remember of my brother, and it was about the day that he was born, and I could remember, I shared how I could remember, just how nice it was outside, and the sun was shining and the trees were blooming, and I thought, I joked that maybe my mind had played a trick on me about that day. So I looked it up, and it was 82 in Grand Rapids that day and sunny. So I know for sure I remember it exactly. And I imagine right now, with it sunny, and that tree is just over, not too far off of Leonard Street, not too far away, and the sun is shining through that tree, just like the warmth of the family and friends that surround you today, shining through the celebration that we're having together. And with that, I'd like to ask everyone to raise a glass to God's blessing and provision for your lives together as a family. You guys didn't think this would ever end, did you? That your years together would be long, filled with laughter and love, the warmth and joy of each other's arms, and the embrace of children, family, friends. God bless you, and congratulations. I just spelled it.